Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Let's start this video off with some recent updates from the mutant Nick Walker. On the last episode of the Mutant in the Mouth podcast, Nick said he is currently sitting in the high 280s and he will start his Mr. Olympia prep at 20 weeks out. We are currently about 24 weeks out from the Olympia, so Nick still has another month to make improvements to this physique. And again, following his second place at this year's Arnold Classic to Samson Dauda, I'm pretty sure Nick Walker does not want that to happen again. Expect a very big and conditioned Nick Walker at this year's Olympia. Now let's switch over to Michal Krizo, who recently posted up a freaky update. Take a look at how bubbly this guy's arm is, and again, the vascularity, the conditioning of Michal Krizo, it seems to be a little bit different going into this Impro Classic. And last year's Olympia was the third show of the year for Michal Krizo, so it's possible his physique was a little bit tired, but assuming he wins the Impro Classic, this guy has over 20 weeks to improve going into the Olympia. Now let's switch over to Andrew Jacked, who recently posted up an update sitting at 301 pounds. Now my main takeaways from this video, Andrew has more upper body thickness and also his posing is a little bit better. Now he isn't a Sean Ray or Lee Labrada, but the execution of some of these poses look a lot better to me. And when we talk about Andrew Jacked, pretty much everyone is going to be looking at the hamstrings, the glutes, do we see improvements? And similar to what I said about Nick Walker's quads, we can't really expect the guy to bring some of his weakest body parts into some of his strongest in a very short period of time. The only time I've really seen that is when Chris Bumstead completely transformed his back from 2019 until 2020, I believe. But even though Andrew is lacking hamstrings, some people say he can come in more conditioned, this guy is still a very serious threat going into the Mr. Olympia. We are 11 weeks out from the Texas Pro, and I'm pretty sure Andrew Jacked is everyone's favorite to win, even though Hunter Labrada placed ahead of him at the Mr. Olympia. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think about the current physique of Andrew Jacked? Where do you guys see improvements, and how will he do going into the 2023 Mr. Olympia? Now in the next update of the day, we have a recent update from Beef Stew, Stuart Sutherland. Stuart was second place at the New York Pro to Tonio Burton, fourth place at the Cali Pro behind Ross, Tonio, and Sergio, but Beef Stew will be shutting it down for the rest of the year, and I think this is a great idea. Stuart definitely made a name for himself this season, and in all honesty, I think his hair helped out. This hair draws a lot of attention to this guy's physique, but his main area to improve on, in my opinion, is the back. So hopefully Stuart makes improvements in that area this offseason. Now let's switch over to Stephane Matala, who is in crazy condition, and I can only assume this guy is still pushing to hit that classic physique weight cap so he can compete against Chris Bumstead. And it also recently surfaced that Stephane beat Urs Kalasinski when they were amateurs. Stephane won the show and Urs placed fourth. That doesn't really have anything to do with right now, but I thought it was pretty interesting. And if anyone knows how much Stephane weighs right now, let us know in the comment section below. But I will be following this guy's journey and also updating you guys on the way. I really like his physique. Now let's switch over into the 2023 Toronto Pro competitors list. I will be giving you guys my top 4 predictions from this show. Be sure to take a good look at the competitors list because I'm not going to read through these names one by one to make my video longer. But the guys that I have in my top 4, Ross Flanagan, Iain Valliere, Hassan Mustafa, and Moshe Bun. I honestly think this 2023 Toronto Pro is going to be a great show. And it's possible that the Toronto Pro will be the most competitive show this year so far, outside of the Arnold Classic, of course. But let's go into my first place prediction, and I'm going to go with Hassan Mustafa, yes, over Iain Valliere. Now, this is going to be his first show working with Chad Nichols, so we're not sure how things are going to go. But from looking at Hassan at these updates a couple days out, he honestly looks pretty good. I think Hassan is going to have the best side shots in the show. I don't think he's going to be beat from the side. And it's also going to be very hard to beat Hassan Mustafa from behind as well. As long as he comes in pretty good condition, I think Hassan's chances of winning this show are very, very high. Or at least a second place finish, but I'm going to pick Hassan for the win. Now, second place, I'm going to go with Iain Valliere. Similar to Hassan Mustafa, this will be his first show working with a new coach in Matt Jansen. But as we know, Matt Jansen doesn't really miss. Now, why do I have Hassan over Iain Valliere? Iain comes in great condition. On paper, he probably should win this show, but I think Hassan's 3D muscle is going to carry him over Iain. Also, there has been controversy over the past year about Iain Valliere's back, and going up against Hassan Mustafa, I think Hassan is going to have the edge from the back and from the side. Now, let's switch over to Moshe Bun, who I have as my third place prediction. And also, all of the updates of these guys are recent as well. Mo hasn't competed since the Mr. Olympia, Let's hope he has made some improvements. And even though I'm predicting Moshe Bun to come into this show and place third, it's honestly possible that he leaves with a win. Mo has been as high as 10th place at the Mr. Olympia. Now, why do I have him in third? I believe versus Hassan. Hassan just has too much round 3D muscle. Moshe Bun versus Iain Valliere. That could be a pretty good matchup if both of those guys show up in 100%, but I guess we will see in a couple of days at the Toronto Pro. Now let's go into my 4th place prediction, the winner of the 2023 Cali Pro, Ross Flanagan. Now I'm predicting Ross to place 4th, but it's very possible he places higher than this. It really depends on how everyone else shows up and how Ross stacks up size-wise against these guys. But Ross did just beat Tonio Burton, who is an absolute genetic freak, so I would not count out this guy going into the Toronto Pro. If Tonio Burton was at this show, I would definitely say that he would be in the top 3, and Ross Flanagan just beat him at the Cali Pro. But let me know in the comment section below, what are your guys' predictions for this show? Now let's go ahead and wrap up today's video here with the archive of the day. You guys let me know in the comment section below, who are these legendary bodybuilders? And as always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Krishan from GOAT Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.